What's up guys, Tommy Bowyer here from Movie Rewind, and today I'm joined by Matthew Cholerton and we will be looking at the evolution of Movie Rewind. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we are back for a one-off special. Now, as a lot of you know, we went on hiatus in September, what Matthew likes to call my suicide video, where it looked like I was going to die. But so since then, we have been bringing out a couple of little scheduled specials. We brought out the 3-year anniversary special and the Halloween special. And around about this time, me and Matthew started thinking, well, it's been 3 years of Movie Rewind, and we've never really done a video where we've looked back on content and kind of given some like behind the scenes or like what the hell were we thinking. So Matthew, I think you agree. We thought it was time to finally do a video like this, showing how the channel has evolved over the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's safe to say some things have changed over the last 3 years. You could say that.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, just a little. We're going to look back on the past, and work our way up to where we are now. So basically, we're just going to go over the evolution of Movie Rewind. We're going to look at some old videos and go back. Though we're not. This isn't going to be like a reaction video as such. It's more of a let's talk about. Because if we react to every single video, we're going to be here for ages. The first video we're going to be going over today is the Amazing Spider-Man movie review.
Oh yes, boys. Gotta love that.
If you remember anything about this video, this is when Tommy used this old logo.
Yes.
And then
Classic.
let's just skip to where the video begins. Yeah, I think that tells enough in one picture.
Yes, let's have a look
this
at this
video was released in 2017, and Tommy yet didn't even have a HD video camera.
No. And plus, actually, this video was recorded not by the back of my phone, like the back camera, which actually had a light. It was recorded on the front of the camera, so I could see my face. So it looks even darker than like some of the other early ones because it was done that badly. And
though I think the thing we can all agree on this video is the camera angle.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Hello, Tommy. I just loved it from the camera angle. But this was Tommy's first ever review.
Yes, it was. It was, and actually, I've heard some people say that this review actually had a lot more like information in it than some of the modern reviews. Like in terms of a review, it's actually pretty long. It's over 13 minutes long, so it's actually quite an in-depth review if you think about it. But my God, what's wrong with my hair? My hair looks a joke. The thing I will say, this video, I was planning this video for like about a month, like just like finding out. So I watched The Amazing Spider-Man 3 times in preparation for this video. I wrote down tons of stuff about it, and this was the outcome. I don't know if it was particularly. It weren't great. It weren't great in terms of editing, and as Matthew's already said, the camera angles. But an all right start. I think your comment when I sent it to you was all right.
Yeah, it was all right for what it was. I remember this fondly. You know, Tommy's first reviews of it was Amazing Spider-Man. Then he did a review of Green Lantern.
Yeah, the Green Lantern one. Yeah, the good old days. So anyway,
in the evolution of Movie Rewind, from his terrible camera angles to he had somewhat of a much better camera angle in the next one we're going to look at, and this is a fond video I remember dearly of the Justice League reaction.
Oh,
I quite like this video because it's the first time Tommy sort of tried to do a sort of like this is the first sort of sketch video Tommy ever did, really.
Yeah, this is. I mean, we did have. Yeah, this is definitely one of the first kind of proper sketch type videos, and it was really. The idea was that I'd planned to do a review, but I just couldn't find the time to do a review, so I decided to just do like a shorter, funnier video, and well, something paid off because we do quite a few sketches now, and honestly, I think I've done better than this. Like, you know, it's still the camera angles are still a bit out in my opinion, and there are. I feel like the actual rage could have been a bit better, but no, it's a fun video to look back on, and it's like really that is early. It's a prime example of early movie rewind. I think just kind of trying to do something and
And
see
of
if it
course,
pays off. Really,
we can't forget Tommy going rage at the end.
no, that is no, that is definitely something to behold. I will tell you that.
Right, so the next video we're going to go over is, where we sort of start to see the evolution of what we are sort of used to now with Tommy's current reviews, where he finally, set up in his bedroom with the posters behind him. Where he
Yes,
finally made that
yes.
change in the 2018 Happy New Year special, which this was a time when I wasn't really involved in Movie Rewind at all at this point, to be fair. At that point.
No.
It was just
No,
Tommy
at this
in his
point
room.
you weren't. But as Matthew said, this is probably like is the most familiar out of the videos so far because as you know, it is set. I mean, the camera angle is still a bit weird. It's still quite low down, so you can see a lot of the room. But no, this was the start of a somewhat tradition now of having like a channel update, like regular channel updates to kind of say what's coming up on the channel. And from what I remember, I didn't actually go through a lot. I just said what type of videos I was going to do. Half of them I don't think I did do in the end, which says a lot. But no, it was just a update video saying what I was going to try and do in the future, and it's the most familiar one, I think. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt, which was kind of a weird thing, wearing a shirt.
Yeah. There wasn't really much of an evolution throughout 2018 itself. It's more changing over to this sort of format and just kept on with the movie reviews. You try to introduce more sketches and stuff throughout the year.
Yeah.
So,
2018
for example,
was
we had the
really,
Movie Rewind Summer Special where you tried to do some sort of, I don't know how to describe the Summer Special of 2018.
No, it's very strange when you think about some of the other summer specials that have been done. This one is strange because in terms of what it actually is, it is just a discussion video.
Yeah.
But the difference is it does have a sketch on the beginning of it, and it's a bit strange because it's a Pale Man sketch, which at this point Pale Man was like the only sketch idea me and Beefcake, who was of course helping by this point, really had. And it's not a fantastic sketch in my opinion. I don't know about you, Matthew, but we've done better. I mean, this, as you said, this was before you came along, so it is a bit strange. And I think that's the one thing about 2018, which I always forget videos from 2018 because I think Matthew weren't involved yet, and we were kind of just going along, trying to find some kind of style, some kind of format. I think you started helping out properly with videos in like November 2018. It was around about that time, and that's when I think we started actually making that's when we started making like proper quality. Well, might not be high quality, but we actually did start putting a lot of more
effort in, you could
attention
say,
into videos.
Pale
Man.
Yes,
the first MLC production, as we now call them, was.
And what
was
do I
Pale
remember
Man.
most about this video? The camera's shaking too much.
Yeah, we had a lot of criticism, and actually there was quite a bit of hype for this video because we have a group chat, and people in that group chat like George and Aaron were actually like, my God, we're actually looking forward to this because we made it look good. Like the clips we sent them, it looked good,
Yeah.
looking back, do I think we could have done better? Well, yeah, of course. I think whenever you look back, you think there's things you could have changed. But in terms of like being the first actual kind of short film we did, I think it's quite, it's quite important because this was the first full video you were involved in. And yes, it's not exactly scary. And there are, the camera shaking is a little bit, what's all that? And I think even at one point in this video, there is actually somewhere along the lines we missed out editing something. So actually, there's a part in it where I say, "What am I supposed to do?" And that's been kept in there. If you actually, I don't know if you know this, Matthew, but if you actually look at it, I say, "What am I supposed to do?" I think it's one of those ones I don't look back on often, but when I do, it's like. We did a good job when you consider Beefcake cancelled at the last minute. So, of course, we kind of had to change everything last minute to try and make this work. But, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, I think.
So, on the next one of the Evolution Movie Rewind, of where I started to appear in videos as well.
Yes.
Was our first ever discussion video.
Yes. Now, I'll let Matthew talk about this in a minute because I'm sure he has stuff to say about this one.
What do we need to say about this? Just you'll see on screen what we mean, but
yeah, this is
two big potatoes sitting. See, I don't even know what sort of look I was going for here. Blazer and a hat.
I don't know.
The hat at the time sticking.
We had. Let me get this on the record. We had disagreements about the hat when we were filming this video. At several points, like before and after we filmed this, I was like, "Really? What is that?"
I mean, this just shows evolution in itself, doesn't it? The first video I appeared in.
Yeah.
I mean, look at me.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at me there. Opposed, evolution, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God, definitely. But actually, it's quite.
That was only 2019.
It's quite an important video though, because if you said to someone who watches our videos, "Oh, a movie rewind discussion," people would think about what we're doing now, like over the internet, a more Discord type of discussion. This was not that. That was like we met up, and it was more. Actually, there's a lot. It's a long video. In terms of the discussion we have, it is long, and we go through all of the films in DC. So. As Matthew said, it's a prime example of how we've evolved, not just the channel, but also ourselves, because I don't really look very different, but Matthew looks very different from what he did way back when.
Just a little.
Can I just say also, 2019, I don't know about Matthew, I think 2019 is the biggest year for Movie Rewind so far. Yes. Because that was like a year when everything changed. And oh my God, yes, I've just seen the video Matthew's posted up. This was a really big change.
This was the first time we've
never done anything like this.
A decent longish video though, which I put some effort into post production.
Yes.
And that was Extreme Green, which was, to this day, I still don't even quite know what it was.
I don't know. Do you want to go through what happened when we met up? Was there a plan?
There was no plan. We were just meet up. We're gonna make some sort of spoof video. We don't know what on. We just made it up on the spot, but it turned out pretty decent in the end with post production.
Yes, the post production. I have to say a big thank you to Matthew, because the reason it is half decent is because the post production work was done really well. And also, this is a special video because it's the first time that all three, me, Matthew, and Beefcake, all appeared in the same video. We hadn't actually appeared in the same in a single video before this. So this was a big kind of step in kind of the dynamics between us and how we could create types of humor and that. And it worked really well. I mean, there's a lot of jokes in this that work. I think one I always remember is me falling down that hill, which actually ripped my jeans. I'm not gonna lie, that did rip my jeans. I had to throw those jeans away.
Unplanned, but
you can actually hear Matthew say, "Go on, jump." Because I weren't going to, but he just said, and because I'm an idiot and always listen to Matthew, I decided, fair enough, let's just. But I also think the ending of this, I don't know about you, but the end monologue which you give, leading out of this video, I actually think that's pretty good. Like, I
Yeah.
think it says a lot about why people do YouTube, and you to do things because you enjoy them, not trying just to make money or anything like that. I think that's a really good message.
So the
So,
next video we're going to look at, we're going to stick in chronological order of when things were actually made, not released.
ooh.
So
Oh,
the
okay.
next one
I
on
am
the
with
list,
you now.
Three Wise Men.
Yes, a video which I never thought would be uploaded to
This was
YouTube.
a video that received quite a lot of praise actually, because it was just offcuts
Yeah,
that weren't used, but then mashed up into just comedy, like little comedy
yeah,
skits and sketches and stuff. And yeah, apparently people actually enjoyed it. It
yeah.
was
This
just
was one
us
of
sticking
those.
about with the camera, just doing random shit and just mashed it all together.
Yeah, this was one of those what I would have called before we released this like a failed outing, because all three of us met up and recorded stuff, and none of it, we didn't think any of it really gelled together, so we didn't release it. I think this was recorded in like summer 2019 or something like
No, it
that.
was like April or May.
April. Oh my god, that early. God. So anyway, we recorded all that, and then I think it was the start of this year. You started sending me clips from it and saying this stuff's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do you want to? And originally, I think you said, why don't we have it as like a funny moments video? And I said, well, I don't mind. And then you came back to me and said, well, actually, why don't we just make this like a video, just like a proper video?
Yeah.
And we started calling it the archives or
You called it the
something
Dark
along those lines.
Archives.
Yeah, yeah, just like content which we made, which never made it to a proper video. And the group chat, were you surprised? Because the group chat loved this
Yeah,
video,
surprisingly,
and
it went down
actually
a treat.
surprised me. Yeah, it's a fun memories in this video. So yeah, even though it looks like it was released in 2020, it weren't. This is actually quite a very old video. It's over a year old technically in terms of footage.
And keeping rolling with the idea of videos we've all been able to make together, the next one that was on the list was the next edition of Pale Man Awakening. It was quite long. Tommy edited this one, so it was quite long.
Yeah,
we should have cut out a lot of shit probably, but it picked up towards the end.
Yes,
where Ryan came out in Action Man.
It's a very unique Pale Man because it's set in the day. Like, we're not even trying to make it look black and white or anything. It is set in the day. As Matthew said, it's a very, very long video. But a lot of people in the group chat said, even though it was a long video, like the actual humor we were doing was pretty good, because it was basically just me and Ryan taking the mick out of you for like 20 minutes. But I think it has such a fantastic ending. I mean, come on, Beefcake versus Pale Man. You cannot go wrong with that. That's just. And Ryan was great during this. He really was. He knew what he was doing.
Ryan being great. We'll swing into the last Pale Man video that you filmed. I don't know. I really enjoyed this video, but I think I really enjoyed it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, probably. It's not scary. It's not scary in the least. Let's be honest here. But it has some great moments. I think me and Ryan dancing is one of those moments which is just like, what the hell is going on? And of course, the classic, come and get me. Now it's war, bitch.
Now it's war, bitch, and fuck you, you're dead. What was it?
Yeah. Oh, we had so many bloopers from this video, especially when he's supposed to come in and find me dead because he say so many stupid. There's a murder outside, and you're just lying here in bed. It was like,
fuck
so
you.
Many stupid shit.
I just love that. So Ryan was brilliant in this video.
Yeah, and from what I remember, George actually said in the group chat that Pale Man Awakening is his favourite because it's a parody of like a horror movie. It's not the first Pale Man was really a direct horror movie we were trying to do. Pale Man Awakening was like, yeah, it's a parody, and it worked. So it just shows sometimes you try and make a video which is scary, and it just ends up being comedy gold.
Talking of comedy gold,
and
the biggest parody of them all is probably the video we put the most effort in. to
Yes,
out of any video we've done. The Beef and Bow cooking show.
Now this, I think Matthew agrees with me because he did so much work.
Yeah.
This is the video which is the closest we've done to making like a proper short film.
Yeah.
Like this, we put much.
Mainly,
I mean,
I was mainly post-production behind the camera for this one.
Yeah, but you put so much effort into like when we originally planned it because we just at first it was just like a cooking show, me and Ryan cooking could be funny, and then you had your house free and you basically turned your kitchen into a set.
Yeah,
you had all the lights up and everything.
I got all my soft boxes out. I set up shotgun microphones across the kitchen. Yeah.
And there was a couple of times when it looked like we wouldn't actually be able to do that because Ryan was busy on the day, and it was like, oh my god, we're not going to be able to film this thing. But thankfully, I think we filmed it at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, didn't we? It was quite a late shoot in terms of filming, and the comedy just worked.
Yeah, the funny dynamic between you and Ryan was actually really good.
Yeah, and your editing of this was great. Like, so some of the all the editing was fantastic on this video. And this is actually a video which the group chat unanimously, and they don't usually unite very often, but they unanimously said that this video was really good. Aaron still calls for a sequel to this video.
Hopefully,
even now. Hopefully we will. I'd love to see a Beef and Bow 2. I think it'd be great. But just a very fun video to make. I think we had a lot of laughs making this video.
It was definitely a very fun video to make.
Yeah, it was.
But before we move on, does everyone knows the meme of Boris Johnson saying 2020 is going to be a fantastic year?
Oh,
we too have that sort of moment as well.
Yes,
2020
we do.
Unleashed.
Yes. 2020 Unleashed.
Yeah, if only we could see what was actually going to come.
So now this was released in early. I did a channel update video on the 1st of January, and this was released around like the 3rd.
We filmed this on like the 1st of January.
Yes, we did, didn't we? Yes, I remember that now because it was we got stuck in traffic, didn't we, for ages? Because it was obviously New Year, so there was just cars everywhere. We were just like, what the hell is going on? But this video actually started out as me saying to Matthew, why don't we try like doing drive vlogs and just see if it's funny? That's how it started out with, and then we created this. Matthew created this like very unique video, which actually gets you quite nostalgic. The idea was that 2020,
like 3.5 minutes, was like a skit, like a little like video sketch and throwback to the past.
The idea of this video was to try and say that in 2020 we were going to try and do really different things. We had loads of big projects planned, and we were like, this is going to be a fantastic year. Kind of like what Boris did. We said, well, this is going to be a fantastic year, and we're going to do things differently. And did it turn out that way? Not really, because we had to do different things. But it's a fun video to look back on if you kind of think, in terms of the first 3 minutes at least, just to kind of say, kind of a good little montage thing works really well.
Then the rest of it was like a comedy car vlog.
Yes, we were going to kill George because he said something bad about us in the group chat. That was the main premise of that video. Was it a bit long? Maybe we could have cut out certain bits. I don't know, but there are comedy moments there when it looks like we crashed the car. That's quite funny. And of course, we actually had, and this is actually not true. This was actually becoming a genuine argument about having the camera in the car. Like when he says, "Oh, you're not supposed to have a camera recording in the car," and we're laughing, then all of a sudden I go,
"Wait,
what do you mean?
You're being serious?"
And we had this, like, that nearly became an argument over this. But no, it has got funny moments in it, and the montage scene is brilliant.
Yeah. And this is also the start of the year is when Tommy finally bought a camcorder and actually a tripod and actually had a actually decent camera angle on his face.
Yes, I finally bought, and also the setup changed around this time. Yeah. I moved my camera around so that you could see things better. but it's a better camera angle than there was before. So yes, I was happy with that.
Yeah, so we thought 2020 is off to a good start. Probably continue on with movie reviews as usual. Then everything went to shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a lot of I mean, let's go through. January was great. February was great. I think we released Three Wise Men, the Movie Rewind 60 sub special, which was amazing. And we released all these videos. Then I went on holiday for 2 weeks with all these plans, and then
everything
lockdown happened.
Downhill.
So it was like, oh dear, we're in the shit. So I think from the off we cancelled a lot of the plans.
We had a game show we were going to film and everything, and a holiday special where we actually were going to like film like a travel vlog, and like
we were going to go to Wales,
like a little travel challenge between me, you, and Ryan. Yeah, then lockdown. I don't know, didn't go as well as we hoped for content.
No, it was a very difficult. I mean, it was difficult for people who had it far worse than us. I'm not saying that. It was a very difficult time. But in terms of content we could film, it was hard. I did a lot of reviews and news videos just to try and keep the content going. In terms of specials, we tried. Like as Matthew said, we tried to make the best out of a bad situation. But it was difficult sometimes to make. I mean, Beefcakes basically has not appeared in 2020. If you Beefcakes, this isn't Beefcakes' year, because he hasn't appeared.
I don't think it was anyone's year.
Hasn't appeared a lot.
Like I would have liked to done a lot more like over the web discussion videos. Bring some more energy back to Movie Rewind. But yeah, the start of lockdown period wasn't probably best for me either. To be fair.
Well, no, I think originally at the start of 2020, you were like, we're going to have like. We're going to meet up and film like discussions and they're going to be like energetic and we're going to do rankings of stuff. And there was all these things and we were looking really forward. Like, I don't think anyone could say we didn't have things planned for 2020, which would have been better than 2019 because we did, we had all these things planned. It's just sad that we didn't get to it. But I don't know if we've got any videos left that you're going to, but we did try with a couple of videos in 2020 to kind of make them a bit unique. A lot of them were actually influenced by what we did when Three Wise Men was released, and it showed people liked the kind of all over the place type of humor, which was just like loads of compilations of funny videos. That's when we decided, we'll try and create something. And that's when we created Obscurity Mountain. Now, I think I'll let you explain how this video came.
Well, it was just
so fast
because we couldn't really do much in lockdown. It was the first time me and Toby actually saw each other in person out on a walk when it was allowed. You can meet one other person from another household, out for a walk when we're allowed to do it. So we just met up halfway between our houses and just went out for a walk and just decided we're going to film some random shit. And now, this time was probably a weird time for us. It was released in August 2016, but we filmed it back in May, I believe.
I think it was May. It was like early May, mid-May. It was around that time.
With my lockdown haircut and shit.
If you actually look at it, I look the same to be fair. But there's a lot of different. I always feel when watching this video, like I find it funny, but I feel like there is a weird atmosphere, just kind of from what society was like at that time.
Yeah.
None of us knew what was going on.
I was like probably at that time. I was not.
But it does have some.
I was not suboptimal, to put it lightly.
I don't think a lot of people were during that time, to be honest. But it does have some good moments in it. I think the Jurassic Park theme when that plays when we're looking for the GVO podcast, I think that's a really funny moment. It will go down as like a strange special because in terms of like. I call them short. If you go on my channel, the playlist is called Short Films. This is included as one of them short films, just because it is a video we put a bit of effort into. But I find it's funny, but it's also strange. It's one of those videos like we didn't plan to do it. if we could, we would have done like the game show or the summer holiday thing instead. But we made the best out of a bad situation, and we got some funny moments out of it. So sometimes that's all you can really ask for, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, Movie Rewind certainly has changed a lot.
From some fat guy sitting there with his phone, just
some
talking
fat
about
guys
films.
sitting there with their phone. Certainly, yeah, it's been an evolution over the past 3 years of us doing this channel. I mean, in terms of us, in terms of content, in terms of what we film, a lot's changed over 3 years.
If anyone had, when I sent you the Amazing Spider-Man movie review, like, you never thought like we'd have things like Extreme Green or the Beef and Bo cooking show. Always, at first it was just like I was just going to do a review channel, just bog standard reviews, and then slowly I did some work. I did some videos with Beefcake, and then they were pretty funny. But it was when Matthew really started helping with the videos and becoming like, in many ways, the editor of the content. That's when it really, I mean, as I've said to you before, 2019 is my best year. Is our best year. Is the channel's best year so far. It's got such great content. It's got some great videos. Let's just hope that 2021 is better than 2020.
This is where
hopefully
this is the point where we're at now. But what does the future hold?
No one knows. I think that's the problem.
How the pandemic hopefully clears up at the start of next year, hopefully, and we're allowed to do stuff again.
Well, of course, in terms of what we're planning, I don't think you can really plan loads of stuff at this with the way everything's going at the moment. We have got a Christmas special coming out that should be out on the 24th of December. But 2021 is going to be a better year. We've got some. I mean, we're actually, well, I don't know about Matthew, but I'm actually planning like videos now, like, because I'm excited.
I'm away still at the moment.
Away. Yeah, he's away.
Plus you're studying as well for your degree.
Yes, I'm studying.
So it can't.
So that does make it a bit harder. But Matthew knows I've sent him video ideas for next year to kind of just to see what's happening. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Yes. I hope it was informative, or you just think we're two egotistical bastards, which just think we think we're something we're not. But whatever you think, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe out there. It's a crazy, crazy time. Have you got anything additional to say, Matthew?
No.
Always leave on a high. Always leave on a high.
Always leave on a high.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in 2021. Well, we'll see you in Christmas first, of course. Bye.